Hi, welcome to my Minecraft hardcore survival attempt. I've been inspired by Kalani, whose link will be in the description, and yeah, let's just get right to it. Day 1, nice little bit of terrain. Found a broken nether portal to start things off, so that was a really good way to start, and we got Depth Strider on the boots that we found. Also found some rather unfortunate pigs, ended a couple of bloodlines. But man's got to eat. Pretty laid back day though. We finished off just making a shield and getting some ores cooking. Day 2. Started day 2 with some mining. Went pretty well actually. Got some iron, got some more coal, so we're getting closer to our full set of armor. Also spent quite a lot of it travelling, but I couldn't find a village or anywhere to set up camp, so just did it on the side of a mountain. Day 3 was looking really good. Really enjoying some of the scenery through the shaders. That was until I got mugged off by this chicken. I'd like to say that I've played this game for a long time and that I've got on alright at it, but it is clearly the case that I have not. We did find the village, so making use of the shared resources. I did patch up some of the bridges around though, sort of make things look a bit nicer, and then started smelting some ores. Day 4 we were mining again, getting all the iron that we could. Also made some iron armor up, so we got a full set from doing this. Started to pick up some of the wood that was around because we needed to start work on Jiminy Tower. But unfortunately this villager's house was in the way, so sacrifices had to be made. Day 5 was a really big day. Work started on Jiminy Tower because I needed somewhere to live. I also started modernising some of the other things. Instead of dirt paths, we're going to have wood paths. Updated some stairs here and there, just a couple of bits mainly around the house just to make those bits look a bit more fancy. But big day because it meant I could spend my first night in Jiminy Tower. Day 6, another big day. Doing lots of updates to the paths around the house again, updating things to wood instead of dirt. Work also continued on Jiminy Tower. It's not really a tower if it's only one floor, so we started adding the second floor onto it. Day 7 ended up being quite a huge day as well. Following on from yesterday, made sure the floor was installed, managed to get some extra chests in and some detailing onto the sides of the building. As well as just building my house though, I did get some mining in. Again, shout out to Kalani for this, about the using trapdoors to go and mine just one block high. This may be me completely forgetting how to make a trapdoor though, so sorry about that. Once I double checked it, I realised I didn't have enough wood, so then just had to go home and call it a night there. Days 8 and 9 have been combined on here because they were mainly spent mining. So I finally got enough wood to do it, and that meant that I could actually start mining the way that I was hoping to, which was just one block high. Now, I found some lapis, but the main reason we were down here was of course to be looking for diamonds. So I was trying all the try-hard strats that I know. However, we did finally get diamonds, and I used some of these diamonds to make a diamond pickaxe so I could mine some obsidian and make an enchanting table. So finally coming out of the mine, it was nighttime, so it was a little bit sketchy on day 9. In my infinite wisdom though, I went to a church to try and find a book, when of course they don't have any. Then to give back to the village, especially after the golem just wiped out that zombie, gave him a bit of iron. Day 10 then, in comparison, was kind of laid back. We found some sugarcane in order to make a book, because we needed the paper. Found a cow to turn into some leather. Then the rest of the day spent making some more updates to Jiminy Tower, furnishing the next floor up, the 3rd floor. Days 11 through 16, here we go then. So I started by placing down the enchanting table that I've been making over the last couple of days and enchanting some of the gear. Got mugged off by not one but 2 lava pools by trying to place water in. I really don't know what happened here, but it is what it is. Did manage to make the portal in the end without it freaking out too much more. And oh my goodness, look at this spawn. It is horrendous, straight in a basalt biome. Did find an enderman biome though, killed a couple of those guys before trying to go on our way to find the fortress. This was honestly one of the most horrendous nethers I've ever had. I had to block like 600 blocks on this very, very sketchy 1x1 bridge to try and be as efficient as possible. As you can see though, in the end, we did find the fortress. More sketchy bridging. Found a couple of piglins on the way, so I thought we'd better do some trading, so chucked some gold out to get their attention. Unfortunately, there's no stat padding for me here, because you can see by the end of it, my inventory was still not looking ideal. So, found our way into the fortress, found the blazes, took the fire resistance potion, and then just went in to get my hands dirty. Loads and loads of blazes spawned, and it did get quite sketchy at some points. In the end though, we did manage to get 10 blaze rods, so more than enough there to cover the Eyes of Ender that we needed. I did realise I didn't have enough ender pearls though, so went back to go mangle some endermen. Decided I quite like these lamps though, so picked up a couple of these whilst I was there. Just thought I'd include this little near miss in here, because this enderman nearly ruined me. It was all really stupid on my part. I didn't realise how close my shield was to breaking, and well, you can see the rest. I did get him in the end, and he did end up dropping a pearl though. Finally got back to the other world on day 16 and made our Eyes of Ender. So ready to go. Also made sure that I placed down the Loving You lying in the floor so we didn't have to use torches and didn't get any mob spawns. Wandering Trader did stop by. Really weird, he left really quickly and all I could find of his visit was a lead in my inventory. Really weird. Day 17 then, I focused on big stuff. MLG waters mainly. Did also do some mining down there. Found a mine shaft, which was actually really cool. Good little bit of exploring down there. Found some more diamonds, which is always good. Even more diamonds. And even more diamonds. I did include this, because this was like the most MLG thing I've ever done. Which is kind of disappointing really, I know, but... Found some wild horses. Thought it'd be a really good idea to tame them. Got my apples out, ready to go. And realised that is not how you tame them anymore. I got so annoyed I broke a tree with a pickaxe, seemingly. Did manage to work out how to get them home. So, got him back to Jiminy Tower, got him set up outside. Found him a name tag and... Oh, what's that? No, I'm just kidding. It wouldn't be a YouTube video if I didn't have a shameless plug. Day 18, I decided that Jiminy Tower needed some windows, so I came out to get some sand. Whilst out and about, I thought I might as well update some of these lamps to actual glowstone instead of just torches. Then, as the sun started to set, I managed to get some of the new window panes in on Jiminy Tower. It started to look pretty good. Managed to also get a bit more detailing done around the building. Day 19, really going through it, getting these windows in, trying to make Jiminy Tower look as professional and as cool as possible really. Also made a ton of golden axes to chop down wood as quickly as possible. Also went to the front of the town, updated and matched up the light posts. Then I realised a creeper had meant the animals got away and I knew I had to do something. So, the start of the next day, I harvested wheat in the most efficient way I know how. When I got the wheat, I ran over, found a group of sheep and realised that this was the bounty I was looking for. Dragged them all back, got them in the cage. I know there's only 3 in there. I don't know what happened to the ones. They went off and did their own thing, I think, so just weren't going to be part of the new group. Did a bit more work to a couple of paths around the place, just trying to make things look sharp. And then needed to get a bit more sand for a couple more windows. Then I had this brainwave that I should put a wall around the whole town. Now, I don't know how well I've executed this, but I started to think it was looking okay. All with oak wood, so there's been a fair bit of collecting trees. Then I ended the day just making a bit more storage up in the base, just trying to keep things tidy, keep things good. Day 21, I'm still doing touch-ups to Jiminy Tower, trying to make it look sharp, getting the rest of these windows in. I also started picking up all of the oak wood that I was going to need to try and get this fence finished, because this was going to be a lot of wood. Whilst I was out though, I did find a dog down a hole, ran back to Jiminy Tower, got some bones, ran straight back, cheeky little MLG water down, and then made a new friend. Now, I'm a total mug with no sense of direction, but I did find a new village instead of home. So you know how it is with our shared resources, and then had to stay the night there because things were getting a little bit dark. Day 22 started off weird because I woke up with an audience. Actually going home though, I did find another broken nether portal. It was a bit of a bummer though because I couldn't actually find the golden plot. I'm hoping there wasn't one and I wasn't just being a complete fool, but anything's possible. There was also a bit of a near miss with the dog after I broke that block. Turned around to see that he was on fire and managed to put him out just in time. Now, I didn't think this dog actually had a name, but upon closer inspection when I actually got home, turns out he does have a name. It's unfortunately another shameless plug though. After plugging the channel again, I did a little bit more maintenance on Jiminy Tower, trying to keep things looking good, before finally doing some more stuff on the wall that was going to go around this whole village. Day 23 was actually pretty laid back. I checked on my progress on the wall going around the village, and then I started to put together a roof for the top of Jiminy Tower. Day 24, finished the outside of the roof to make sure that that was looking good. And then I dropped inside to do some of the glass panes on the inside. I don't know what's inspired me to do glass panes in this massive tower, but I just quite like the idea of being able to look at everything from this high vantage point. Also took Smash Like out for a little ride just to have a look at the tower. I'm going to say that it looks like a pillager outpost and probably just leave it there to be safe. So day 25, I got a little bit bored of building still, so went out with Smash Like and we chucked a couple of Eyes of Ender out to try and find where this end fortress is going to be. Ended up back in the village because things were starting to get a bit dark and I got a little bit lost, so we had to call it a night there. Day 26 was feeling like a good day, making really good progress with the Eyes of Ender, getting really close to where we needed to be for the fortress. Did zone in a location, so I got Smash Like tied up to the post so couldn't get away anywhere, and then started to dig down. Wasn't long before we actually found the fortress itself, but Silverfish immediately posed himself to be a little bit of a challenge. Kind of dealt with them the same way I dealt with the chicken earlier, which was quite badly. We did break into the library though. Made sure that I picked up some bookshelves just to upgrade the area around the enchanting table to make sure we can get the best enchantments possible. I won't lie though, it did take me a long time to actually find the fortress room in the end, so we could actually get through the portal. Just showing you this clip here because I did somehow manage to accidentally throw an Eye of Ender, meaning I was down to 8 as opposed to 9. Which was particularly annoying because on finding the actual room itself, it turns out there was already 3 eyes in there. So I would have only needed to have not been an absolute weapon and thrown that extra eye. Good news was I did find another Ender Pearl in one of the chests there, and I had the extra blaze rods back at Jiminy Tower. So, left the fortress, got ready to head back out, and got ready to go get those extra rods. Started to ride back, but it is actually quite a trek back, so had to stop in the village overnight again. Parkoured into this house though to make sure that no one was watching me sleep. Day 27 was quite a big day because I actually rode home in the right direction for once. Jiminy Tower is quite, we'll say, obvious in the distance, so it makes things easier. Made it back home, picked up all the extra supplies that I was going to need for this, made some more arrows, built some new tools, did a little bit of enchanting. Then all that was left was to pick up some more high saturation food, just so I was ready to take on the dragon and just go straight there. So to finish off the day, I made it back to the fortress, I had my last eye, and I was a complete mug again. Don't ask me how I did it. I don't know. I shouldn't be allowed to play this game basically. I don't know what is wrong with me. Yeah, it was gone. I picked it all up saying it was fine for me to fight the dragon, but I'm clearly not ready. I did try and salvage things though, so that evening I went out and about in the sand, tried to catch a couple of endermen, see if I could drop any pearls. Made this little trap down here, but no, didn't get any luck at all. Day 28 then, marked a new day, a new potential start for me. Immediately was fighting an enderman, which I had a good feeling about. This could be my chance to redeem myself. Yeah, it wasn't. No pearl again. Try going back down to the fortress, see if I could find anything down there. No, nothing. So I waited again for the evening of day 28. I thought this was my time. I got a lovely little sunset, and I was feeling lucky. I might just get this. Got into a fight with 2 endermen at the same time, but before that, another one dropped nothing. Surely this was not going to be 4 and 5 endermen with no drops, but no, 4 dropped and 5 dropped, so I had a spare as well. Got back in the fortress. I made another Eye of Ender, which I was so careful with, and binned off any extra stuff in my inventory that I wasn't going to need. I may have said I wasn't ready, but I'm going for this. I actually put the last eye in, and I'll let this bit play out for itself.